Stone Cold was born as Steve Anderson in Victoria, Texas on December 18, 1964. He was brought up by his mother and stepfather, Ken Williams. Because he never got to know his biological father, he kept Williams as his surname. Steve grew up in Edna, Texas, as part of a big family. The birth of the Austin's WWE name, Stone Cold, was born on a cup of tea after his ex-wife, Jeannie Clark, noticed Austin wasn't drinking his tea and replied, "You'd better drink your tea before it gets stone cold." Stone Cold had his first beer at the age of 14. His favorite brand has always been Budweiser, and he would always drink Buds during the WWE shows. In Manitoba, Canada, one beer company introduced a beer named Stone Cold in honor of his iconic gimmick. In 1994, he tore his triceps while wrestling in Japan and was subsequently fired by WCW, a rejection he would not forget easily. After a stint in Extreme Championship Wrestling, Austin signed with the World Wrestling Federation, WWF, in late 1995. Steve Austin was very close to earning a degree in physical education. But he fell a few credits short and then opted to drop out of college. He began working on a loading dock for a living. Sometime later, professional wrestling caught Austin's attention as he became seriously interested in it. In 1989, he joined Chris Adams' wrestling school in Dallas, Texas, and upon graduating, joined the United States Wrestling Association. In 1990, he performed in his first wrestling match. Now one of the most lucrative wrestlers in the world, Austin was once making only $20 per match and living out of his car. From 1995 to 1999, Austin won 4 Federation Championships and numerous other tag team and individual titles. His persistence became legendary. After suffering a serious nerve injury to his neck in early 1997, Austin came back to win the WWF Championship that year. He has a reputation among his fans as an aggressive rebel who defies all authority, especially the infamous owner of the WWF, Vince McMahon. Austin's long-running feud with McMahon, extending to several bouts within the ring, has raised WWF television ratings and increased Austin's popularity. Also known as the Texas Rattlesnake, Austin is widely considered one of the WWF's most popular wrestlers. In 1998 alone, he made an estimated $1.2 million salary plus a huge sum in merchandising royalties. Ironically, his best friend is no one else but The Rock, with whom he shared the biggest on-screen rivalry. Another was an almost direct clone the WCW created to piggyback off Austin's success. 3 of his best friends include The Rock, Bill Goldberg, and Mick Foley. Out of the 3 friends listed, Austin's had his most intense bouts with The Rock. Their rivalry began when Austin successfully defended his Intercontinental title against Rocky Maivia. In 1999, Austin again feuded with The Rock after Vince McMahon eliminated Austin from the Royal Rumble. The Rattlesnake won his 3rd WWE Championship over the Great One when he defeated The Rock at WrestleMania 15. In the years to follow, the two would battle for WWE supremacy. However, outside the ring, their respect and admiration ran deep. Stone Cold Steve Austin has won the Royal Rumble 3 times, which means he holds the record for the most Royal Rumble wins in WWE history. Steve Austin won the 30-man Royal Rumble match in 1997, 1998, and 2001. There are a few superstars who have won the Royal Rumble match twice, but as of this day Stone Cold is the only WWE superstar to ever do it 3 times. While still trying to get his break in the industry, Steve, like many others at that stage of the industry, was not making much money and really had to budget. Working in Tennessee with $20 a week for food, Steve would get razors, cans of tuna, and a big bag of potatoes. Steve would quickly go through the tuna, and without a stove, he had to eat potatoes raw. He recalled in his book, "So for about 3 or 4 days all I was eating was raw potatoes that I'd cut with my knife. Literally, that was my whole diet." The gold chain Stone Cold wears was given to him by his tag team partner at the time, the late Flyin' Brian Pillman, right before they made their debut as the Hollywood Blondes in WCW. Industry veterans and multiple-time WWE champions Ric Flair, John Cena, and CM Punk have each named Austin as the biggest star in WWE history, and, along with McMahon, have stressed that he surpassed the popularity of Hulk Hogan.